and I'm going to go to ChemSketch, and I'm going to open a very simple file. KK's example was a lot more complicated. He had about 14 structures. I've just got 4. I did this recently for a customer that had about, I don't know, about 16, and it worked extremely well. Again, this is using our very much relied upon phys-chem properties that which we've been doing for over 20-25 years of very, very accurate pKa calculation and log P, so very accurate log D calculations to get an idea of what the best pH range is to run these sort of compounds in. So if I select all of these compounds like so and go to, if I select the correct window, and we're going to have to go back to here, sorry about that. So I'm going to select them again. I'm going to go pH selection. So what it's going to do is calculating log P, pKa, so log D of these compounds. And it's going to throw up a very easily to interpret window. So I'll stop here and say a couple of things. You see it's asking me, do I want to run for drawn structures? I do. Do I want to import structures from a file? Yes, maybe. I can, so an SD file. So what I want to point out before I go yes here is we're vendor agnostic on any analytical data. So whether you're running Waters or Empower or Shimadzu, and whether it be LCMS, GCMS, optical, NMR, we're vendor agnostic. We bring in all of that data into one interface. We're the same way with structures. So we realize that most people are on ChemDraw, and so we're not kind of trying to convert you. I've drawn this in ChemSketch. This is our drawing package that comes with every package that we have. But if you have ChemDraw files, you can just copy and paste from ChemDraw. You can drag and drop from ChemDraw, and we read those absolutely. So for what I'm going to say now is I'm just going to run for drawn structures. And what we'll get is that output that KK showed in his screen caps, showing the best pHs to run at, and also how the columns look. So you'll see right away, all my structures are up here, so I can click through them. I just attached 4. It was really simple, just to show you. We can show ionic forms, or turn that off if I want. And down here, I can show the log D measurements and against pH. And more importantly, so it's nice to see this numerically, but more importantly, graphically, here I'm seeing quite easily where I can run. So 7, 7.6, 8.3, 8.9 all look good. Here are the columns that I pushed from column selection, or I just chose them myself. I could choose them myself. So you can see predefined columns. And you'll see some of the columns don't work at all of the pHs that are acceptable for the structures. So so this column is good at a couple of pHs, this one at every pH. So it's just a great way of looking at where you actually want to run, and again, assessing your columns and the structures and the pKas of those structures.